Hi ladies, and welcome to the tour. Today I'm going to give you the whole rundown of the property here in Santa Rosa, California. And I actually live in the center of the city here in a area called Roseland. Some of it is incorporated into the city and some of it is still in the county. But I was fortunate enough to be on the dividing line to being in the city, so I enjoy city services. Fire department, police, garbage, all that. So just to give you a look around the neighborhood, I am on a busy thoroughfare here. This is a major north-south route through the city of Santa Rosa. It's called Dutton Avenue, and I'm across the street from my property. If you look over now, you can see it over there, 759 Dutton Avenue. And you can see my neighbor has a big Victorian house that he actually raised off the ground, one story. And he's in the process, he just finished putting a new roof on it, and now he's got workmen there caulking and getting ready to paint. He's put a lot of money into his house, as I've put into mine. And behind me you'll see a major apartment complex here that has also been totally renovated in the last 2 months. With new landscaping, new asphalting, basically new everything here. And then right across the street from me, at this house, they've also put new roofing and new paint and windows and everything. So everybody on this street seems to be making a major effort to improve their houses, at least up at my end. So without getting hit here, I'll just take a minute to cross over the street to my side. And when I first moved into this property, here it is right here. When I first moved into the property, this was all overgrown with Italian cypress trees. It was a real mess. And over on the property here, there were 2 dead trees, probably 80 feet tall, on the front lawn. So I had them taken down, and I hand dug all those big roots out of that lawn and everything and replanted this whole area. Put a hedge around the perimeter that'll get about I'll get it up to about 6 feet tall, and then cut off the top, and it'll perform as additional sound barrier. But I planted a Japanese weeping flowering cherry tree, which is very beautiful in the springtime. And then I have a lot of dry land, California type plantings here, the grasses and things that I think look very nice on that corner. I have my pride and joy, the bottle brush small trees here, shrubs, which were about the only pretty thing on the property when I first moved here. And I remember the guy that was taking down the trees said, "Gee, do you want me to cut these down too?" And I said, "No, these are the only pretty thing on the property." But if you look back, you can see the access gate here to the back, the big double wide gate that cars and trucks and things can pull through there if they have to. And then I have the walking access gate right back here, and then the front of the house. So I pulled got the trees taken down, and I put a nice lawn in here with irrigation and everything. I also put in all new windows through the whole house here. And luckily there was a new roof on that, so we can kind of head inside. But I like it. It's a nice big half-acre property, and this is going up to the front door here. And the nice thing about this, it's very easy because it's a one-story house. This already has a slight rampway on it, and it would be very easy to retrofit a small, shallow wheelchair ramp on here. Really easy to get in the front door. I got a big double wide freezer refrigerator through here with no problem at all. So let's go inside. And the first thing you'll notice in here is I have a long sort of hallway. And what's interesting about this is that there's a closet I also put in on the right here. This was not here originally, this closet, but if you came in the front door, here, you just looked right into the living room over here. So I figured I needed a closet so people could hang up their clothes and also help to break up the big space. So I'm in the hallway now, and I got a lot of orientals. I refinished all the flooring in here. Big labor of love there. And if you look around the other direction, you can see a sort of a privacy window at the end of the hall near the front door. It lets a lot of light in this morning, and it's nice. So I really like, I put all can lights in the ceiling. I did all the wiring into place myself here, and we'll go into the living room now. And we've got all the furniture, and I really like Oriental rugs. I think they look very nice with the curtains. And again, I put in multiple layers of ceiling light here because if you're watching a movie or something like that, you only want the, you know, it's good to just have the backlights behind you. And then you're sitting on the sofa and you can see the big widescreen TV, and I have my Oriental fans and things. Unfortunately, I'm not much of a decorator. Some people may say I'm not much of a lady, but I've done the best I can to sort of get things set. I use all original artwork on the walls. This is from the 1880s from Italy. All original, well-known artists, California native artists. I like the travel posters too that I put up around the place, and I have a special love for Mexico and all things Mexican, so I really like this one. I have put in a fireplace here, and the nice thing about that fireplace, it's an electric fireplace, and it also puts out heat out the top there, so you can sit here in wintertime and really enjoy the fireplace while you're sitting and watching TV. And it's an electric fireplace, and that's just sort of a generated image there in the fireplace. It's a little hard to see, but it looks very realistic in there, and it's very, I really like it a lot. And it adds a nice touch in the living room here, and it's a good size living room. So this is the den area, and this used to be a hutch here, and I converted this to a little workspace for me to pay bills and other things. And I am a stereo collector of all stereos through the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And I have some of my real old pioneers from 1959, 1974, and my Kenwoods and things. And of course, I'm a pretty big Orioles fan too, having been born and raised in Baltimore. And this is this was all dark back here with one little door, so I wanted to put in some windows back here to sort of bring the outside inside of the property. And let's go in the kitchen now. Let me turn off some more of my stereo collection here. And I put in, this used to be a wall across here with one little door that went into a laundry room. And I put a breakfast nook in here, converted this to a breakfast nook. I knocked out part of that wall, and I put can lights in the kitchen, and it has an overhead skylight. And out of this I created, it's really a nice comfortable little breakfast nook. This is where I do a lot of my morning uploads. And there's real good views as you sit in here and look out. There's a lot of glass and a lot of window, and this is very bright. And I like it. And in here is my laundry room and the water heater. A lot of my laptops. I have many laptops that I work on and repair. I do a lot of electronic repair. And I love to rebuild laptop computers. I put craft-made cabinets in here, and this is a 30-inch Fisher Paykel 5-burner range with a convection oven. It's sort of the Cadillac of ranges. And if I buy something, I like to buy the best. I don't have a lot of stuff in life, but what I have, I like to buy the best. And it's got a lot of granite, well, not a lot, granite countertops on it, real granite, not fake and not tiled granite. It's got a built-in dishwasher down here. It's got the garbage disposal and the very deep double sinks here. And I was actually without water for a year and a half in this kitchen while I was doing the renovation work. And it's got the really big super oven, super wide, really nice for making bread and stuff. I'm still waiting. I got to order the hood and the stainless hood for over the range, and also 2 more cabinets for either side. So there's just so many hours in a day when you're working full-time to do all that. So we can look in the bedroom. There's 2 bedrooms here right now. Now let me just kill this stereo for a minute. This is some more of my stereo collection that I am working on, but let's start in the master bedroom in the back here. And this is the one that fronts out on the front street. I have double pane windows, and they knock a lot of the noise down from outside. And you know, like I say, I guess I'm not the most skilled or female about a lot of stuff, but you know, could certainly use a woman's touch. But it's been nicely renovated. It has you know, nice closets and drawers, and comfortably fits furniture in here. Probably retrofit that to have a vanity with mirrors and things for applying makeup. And it's fairly peaceful here for the volume of traffic. And it's only going to get better and better as the hedge grows out there, the boxwood hedge. And it's a pretty view too. So there's this is where I sleep at night, the bedroom. And there's the bathroom. This is the last thing to be renovated. And I think I'd like to convert this to have a roll-in or walk-in shower there with low controls. So it'd be very comfortable, and take out this cabinet on the left and give a lot more room in here. But I'm waiting to have the permit for the outside sewer hooked up in the outbuilding that we'll see, because I really can't be without at least 1 bathroom while that's going on. And here's the other bedroom where guests stay, and you know, it's also very nice size. It's been renovated. This is the quiet. This is the garden size here, and this is where I do my Skyping and sitting here. And it's really kind of nice. And then it also has the garden view and privacy out the back here to the back of the rancho. So let's go outside and take a look. And I did all the rewired the whole place very safe with 20 amp wiring for absolute safety. I added lights where none existed before, such as on the ceiling, and I have a new forced air heating system in here. And in Santa Rosa, because it gets cool in the evening, even on the hottest summer days, even if it gets up to 100, which it often does here, by about 7 or 8 o'clock, it can be in the upper 50s to 60s. So very few people have air conditioners here. So that's the basically the inside of the property. So take you outside now to the back porch. And I've installed a lot of outdoor lighting here. And this back deck used to be a big overhang building, like a almost looked like a Mexican cantina on the back here. And I had that all raised and taken down. And I had all this concrete work I designed with the planter beds around, and it's really like a 30-foot by 2,600 square foot cement deck here. And I built the overhead pergola over here, which provides some shade. And there's the garage over here, and this is where I store a lot of my stereo equipment. And there's looking out to the front street. And unfortunately, I guess I have a mental problem about stereos, because I probably have 100 of them in boxes in here. But you know, once a collector always. This is the toilets and bathroom fixtures to go into the shine shack. We'll see. I'm just waiting for the permit so I can get the sewer hooked up and drywall, and all of my tools and stuff for working on the house. So basically everything I did on the house, I did myself here. I always have tools out, measuring tape. So I grow tomatoes and things here in the out in these planter boxes. You can see the back of the house. And this is the back of the garage. And the nice thing, you can actually pull a tractor through this double door opens up, so you can ride right through the front to the back of the garage. And this is the back side of the big double gate that comes in from the front. And when visitors come in and they want to park off street, we can open this gate, let them in, and then they park back here and close it. This is the Shine Shack here, which is a 300 square foot building, which I'm trying to make into a granny unit. We're using it to as sort of a moonshine shack now, and you can see some of the product we have here. This is our 25-gallon still, and all of our controls and things like that. So what I want to do is actually drywall this and move all this equipment over to the garage so that I can make this a granny unit. I raised the ceiling in here and did all the wiring in here, and I also framed in and roughed in plumbing for a toilet and a small kitchenette here in the front. And I'll be putting another window in here for the little kitchenette area. And this is the bathroom, and it has this extra wide door for handicapped access. It has a shower over here that's already going, fixturing for the toilet and everything. Yeah, I did all the, got this ready to go with the fans, but I'm just waiting on the city permit to get this hooked up. So this will make a very nice granny guest cottage, and there's not a heck of a lot more to be done to do that, but I'm just waiting for the permit to do that. And if we go outside to the back of the property, get a good idea of the back deck looking up, and all the steps I pulled wiring for lighting before I poured the cement, so there's actually lights on the steps that light up at night that for safety, that allow you to see where the steps are when you're going up and down. This is a big persimmon tree here, and if you've never had persimmons, they're a really orange fruit. It's very tasty and juicy, and they ripen in November and December. And if you look along this fence line here, you'll see what's called Lady Banks roses, and they're a rose that gives a lot of privacy. They're a climbing rose, and I really like this because I have apartments here on the side of the property, and these things grow like weeds. As you can see, they periodically have to be cut back, but they're doing a really good job of covering the whole fence there and giving a lot of privacy. And I planted the bottle brush just like out front there, and they'll go up on the fence on the other side and give a lot of privacy from the house on the north side. I have that fence goes, I put a chain link fence in the whole length of the property. This is some of these citrus trees I have. This is a Robertson navel orange tree. That's doing well there. I have a couple Palestine orange trees right here. Kushu mandarin, which puts out the really small little tasty mandarins. And then I have a Midnight Valencia, which is the juice orange. And I have a what they call a Seville orange tree from Spain, and this produces the sour oranges that they use to make orange marmalade. I have a Bing cherry tree, and I have a Rainier cherry tree here. I have a peach tree here, which produces a small juicy ones, and elephant heart plum, which really gives it delicious big red purple plum. I have another peach tree here, and then I have a Burbank Santa Rosa plum tree here. So I already got a little bit of fruit this year, so these are going to do well. They get a lot of sun. And I also have some cactuses here. I might mention that in spring and summertime, after about April 1st or so, it never really rains here in California till November. And I mean, every single day you can count on it to be sunny. And it's kind of remarkable because you never have rain, you never have thunderstorms, you never have anything here. And like I said, in the afternoon, the marine layer comes in off the ocean and it cools the place down. They call it nature's air conditioning. I have a well besides city water, and because city water is very expensive out in California, all water, this just draws groundwater, and I use this for irrigating and also for cooling off the steel inside. And I installed a new pump, and the holding tank was still good on that, 40 gallons. And I fixed all the well leaks on the property, so you can see that it holds good pressure. 50 pounds per square inch with no leakage, which is exactly what I want. So we can now go to the back of the property. You can see the back of the neighbor's place over here, and they're putting a lot of work into that place and making it very nice. You can see they have the caulking on and filling, getting ready to paint. They have a new roof. And that's looking at the garage. So I also, when I bought the house, I bought the property in 2011 as a foreclosure, and in 2005 it was sold for $600,000. And then at the height of the market and everything had crashed, and I picked it up for $183,000 in June of 2011. I just wrote a check and paid cash for it, so I don't have a mortgage or anything like that. And already it's probably worth $250 and climbing. But when people would come to look at the property and park out front, they were so turned off by the dead trees and the ugly look of the property that they never wanted to get out of their car and examine the whole property. And those that did come in and look at the property, there was a fence across the whole back of the front lot here, and very few people ever knew that this was a double lot. In other words, there's a 1/4 acre up here, but nobody took the time to walk through the gate. It used to be here and see that this whole back is also part of the property here. So I feel like I got a really good deal back here, and I put the fencing in here, and it's you can see all the ladybanks roses all down, and all that will really provide eventual good privacy for the whole policy and then for the whole property. And the neighbors have been really good to me, and a lot of the roots and stuff I dug out of the trees, they're still in piles here to be carted off. But I pulled 2 whole automobiles out of the ground here in cylinder blocks. The person had a repair garage that used to be here. We walk through the property, you can see that it's really a big size, and I still haven't figured out what to do with the back property here. Grow grapes or sharecrop it with somebody. But it's really a big property. But it has the well feed water, which is real nice. So any type of gardening back here has two water outlets, one here and one over there. And then there's a couple apple trees. This one produces pretty rotten apples, but this produces really good Gravenstein apples. And this is a fig tree here. And I didn't have the heart to take it down. It doesn't produce a lot of figs, but you know, it's a living thing, and I don't even really see any on there right now. But we got a lot of apples off of this tree, and you can see them laying on the ground there. I can't get them all, and most of them have now fallen, the ones I couldn't reach on the very top. But a lot of really good apples for baking and for eating out of hand and everything. So that's the back of the property. There's another apartment building behind it, so I'm really liking a big oasis here right in the middle of an urban area. And you can see looking at up at the house from behind the fence here. And it's a really good property. Wolfie, my doggy, likes to run around back here. I gotta cut this grass soon. Well, that's basically the whole property here, and you know, it's come a long way in two years, and I'll hope to upload sometime in the future the whole photo montage of all the interior work that was done, and all the gutted every piece of drywall and insulated and rewired and replumbed the whole house. So okay, well, I hope you ladies like it today, and I will talk to you later.